I think it's good. I think it's good. Yeah. Yeah. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's great? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Can a Brothers Get a Rap podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild, and my co-host, my brother from another mother. Blood couldn't make us any closer. One of the best photographers in the world, Santana, will be joining us shortly. He's stuck in traffic, so but I had to make sure that we start this on time tonight and come in and chop it up with y'all. Have a good night. You know how we do it for episode 164. I hope my brother gets to his destination safely instead of worrying about how fast he has to go to get where he needs to be to jump on live. I just hope my bro gets there safe and soundly, and he will jump on as soon as he can. Pause. That was crazy. That was crazy. I don't know about y'all, but tonight feels naked for some reason because of there's no NBA games on tonight. So I don't know why tonight feels a little naked because of that reason. And I don't know if y'all feel the same way, but I feel that way. It feels kind of naked out here tonight. A quick shout out to some of our day ones and some of our badge holders already in the building. Shout out to King P in the building. Shout out to Winter in the building. Shout out to Culture in the building. Shout out to Tremont in the building. Just to shout out a few of y'all in the building. Shout out to Ebony in the building. Shout out to Rowan Jack in the building, man. Appreciate you tapping in as always, man. We're gonna have a great, great, great show. And y'all already know how we do, man. We're gonna light it up. Again, like I said, my bro Santana, he will be joining us shortly. Again, he's stuck in some traffic. But again, my focus is to make sure that my brother get where he needs to be, safe and sound, and not have to worry about speed to get where he needs to be. So he will be joining us shortly. But it just feels naked because there's no games of importance on today. The NBA, there was no NBA playoffs tonight, so it felt kind of weird tonight for whatever reason that it was no games. So that was like one of my main things that didn't happen tonight. So, but yeah, um, so like my thing was just like, damn, I could catch up on stuff that I needed to do, but I always do anyway. So it is what it was, and it was what it is. So, but again, shout out to y'all. This is episode 164. The presenting sponsor of this podcast is Button Snaps, where you get the finest of movies, shows, documentary for your viewing pleasure of $4.99. Again, that's Button Snaps. Button the hyphenated sign snaps.com. That's button hyphenated sign snaps.com. Make sure you tap in, has original content, and that's our presenting sponsor of this podcast. Also, my new album is out. I'm sorry, my new EP is out because there's a difference. My new EP is out right now. It's only 6 songs. That's why we call it an EP. New EP is out right now on all music platforms. So far, y'all been showing a whole lot of love, tapping into the music, streaming the music. Continue to show that love, continue to stream it. Help me run those numbers up, help it become the biggest it could be on Apple Music, on Spotify, on SoundCloud, on all music platforms. Help me to run it up on Pandora, any and everywhere you listen to music. So continue to help me run it up. Again, it's called Winners Loyalty. For those who don't know it, just type in Ashley Lovechild, and that new EP will pop up for y'all. As again, we're waiting for my bro to tap in. Let's talk about some of those songs on my new EP. Devil is a Lie. That was the first song on that album. It's called Devil is a Lie. I think that's self-explanatory. The song is basically about everything in your life that's supposed to go against you. The devil's a lie. It can't hold you down. So that's what that song is about, and that's what that song gives to people. It's just like, yo, no matter what somebody try to do, no matter what obstacles that you face, nothing can hold you down. Only you can hold yourself down. So that's why The Devil Is a Lie is such a pivotal song. It's like it's like it's like Jubilee when I hear that song. So Devil Is a Lie. Second is Don't Want It. Don't Want It is just bad relationships. I don't want it, baby. Keep that bad relationship over there with it. I don't want the negative energy. I don't want none of that toxicness. So that's what Don't Want It means. My third song on the EP is called My First Tag Name. For those who don't know, in New York City, if you've never been to New York City, people tag. What tag is, you see like the big letters on the buildings, or on train stations or whatever the case may be. You see big tag names. I used to be really heavy on my tags. Like I used to actually go to different streets, buildings. I even did it at my school. I teared my school up when it comes to like big tags, and that's what the song's about. My First Tag Name, which is a very fire song. Actually, I talked about my first two tag names, and I was supposed to get expelled from school because I actually took over the school bathroom by tagging the whole bathroom with my two tag names. And the principal knew it was me. He just didn't want to kick me out of school. And this was only what, like the fourth grade. Trying to say I was terrible. My next song is Brooklyn Baby. Brooklyn Baby is a, I don't want to say it's a Brooklyn anthem, but it's kind of Brooklyn anthem ish. You just have to hear it like it's a fire song. And simple, another fire song that y'all gotta tap into. It's like, yo, you gotta do you, and it's simple. Do you, and it's simple. And the last song in this, Case of Emergency, it just brings awareness to us as a people that we have to wake up. We have to figure out what we want, what we realize that our power is. So that's what In Case of Emergency is called, aka ICE, little acronym for it. So make sure y'all tap in again to my new EP, Winners Loyalty is fire. So make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all hit them likes, hit them likes, hit them likes, hit the 100s, hit the 100s, hit the 100s. If this is your first time watching, this is Ken and Brothers Get a Rap podcast. We're on every Sunday, every Thursday at 10:30 p.m. So make sure y'all hit them likes and 100s. What else we got going on before? Again, we waiting on my bro to tap in. He's stuck in some traffic. It's all good. What else we got rocking? Also, make sure y'all tap into. I, I must say this, and this is no diss on the brother. I love a good sports movie, especially a good inspirational sports movie. It was signs to let me know that this movie was going to be terrible, right? But I gave it the shadow of the doubt because of the player. I messed with the player. Pause. Like I'm a fan of the player, right? So we need Andre Rison to come step down to the front of the congregation. Like Andre Rison was a really great football player, excellent football player. Um, I remember watching him as a little kid, and he was like nice, right? He has such a compelling story off the field, and he did enough work on the field for his story to be compelling to all of those because he has so much accomplishments. Now, off the field, of course, he's associated to Left Eye, and they was together. At one point in time, the infamous house that she burnt up was his house, right? So he has such a compelling story, and I was a little disappointed of the movie that he did because it didn't feel good. Pause. Like when you watch a biopic and it gives you that, okay, I see where he get his sense of urgency, what the struggle that he came from, what motivated him, and you seen glimpse of it. It was very rushed, and you can tell that they didn't have the budget to really go in on the movie, and the acting was terrible. The acting was terrible. So again, this is no diss to Andre Rison, but throw that one in the trash, bro. Take your life and all the things that you accomplished and take it to a major motion picture so that way they could actually cut the movie properly, bro. Because that on Tubi is terrible. And the name is fire. The name of the movie is fire. But again, the people that housed the movie did not make a good product. Again, his story and is so compelling that you will want to see it on the big screen. That that was worse than any Lifetime movie. Like that was bad. Like that was it was terrible. And again, I don't say this to diss him. I say this to so that way he could take his story and take it to somebody that's going to care about putting something on screen that's going to be representative of his legacy. Like seriously, because Andre Rison was a hell of a player at one point in time. And then of course, everything that happened off the field, people going to want it's an interest. It's an interest to all that. He had one of the biggest houses in Atlanta at one point in time. He was the dude in Atlanta at one point in time. So seeing his story on Tubi like that, the acting was terrible. The script was terrible. And then like the football scenes, there was no football scenes for real. It was just terrible. It was a lack of a good football movie, and he needed to take that script, throw it in the trash, and get a better script and take it to a real movie house that could really develop that film with the acting, better script, and obviously reliving those great moments in his life. You know, the struggle, the motivation, the great plays on the field. He was at Michigan State, our rivals at Michigan. Like, I mean, he did so many dope things, and the movie was trash, and it's not indicative of his legacy. So, Oh, shout out to Ryan in the building. Appreciate you tapping in, man. Appreciate you tapping in. Hit them likes, hit them likes, hit them likes, y'all. Hit them likes. Ryan Anderson, Black Judge. Swearing at Puff Daddy, Black Judge, death penalty over chocolate yesterday in court. You to believe. Black Judge called them trash. You to believe. Yesterday, they was in court yesterday for Saturday? Really? You mean Friday? You mean for Friday, right? You mean for Friday. Well, the whole Diddy case is getting crazy, man. The whole Diddy case is wild. The whole Diddy case is wild. It is wild. The Diddy case is wild. What I mean wild is wild. They had a whole fight, not him in particular, but at the court between, well, it's alleged that his former bodyguard, Gene Dill, had to put his hands on somebody for doing too much with their camera, trying to grab an interview. And I heard they got kind of handsy and he put some hands on him and he took him out or he took him down. I don't know if that's true or not because you don't hear nothing that really came from that particular incident in court. And normally in court, if something like that was to happen, it would be out, because it's public knowledge. And people would be arrested even if it's for the day or something like that because it is some sort of assault. So I don't know for sure what's going on, but they said Diddy, like death penalty over chocolate. Well, I mean, like I said, man, the case is getting wild. They had Dawn Richard come in from his former group, Diddy Dirty Money, and she was also in Dan Diddy Kane as well. And she testified on, I believe, on Cassie's behalf. So, oh, joking. Oh, see, I thought you were serious, Ryan. You're funny, man. No, but the case in itself is getting crazy. The case in itself is getting crazy. But up until this point, honestly, like I said before, they only prove that Diddy is a freaky, freaky boy. That's all they proved. Other than that, he freaky. So what? Where's the criminal case? How do you have a RICO for one person? So it's not a RICO. So I think Diddy is obviously guilty of some domestic violence. Um, there's no man that watched that video with him and Cassie that's gonna be like, yeah, that's okay. No, right? No dude is gonna look at that, but we don't know what happened prior to. She could have kicked him in the face and they just caught that on video. That also is a possibility, but regardless of the fact, he still beat her down and he's guilty of abuse, domestic violence, absolutely. But as far as the criminal stuff, they slow burning this stuff. I'm still waiting to see them make their case because normally when you go up against the feds, it's good night, sweetheart. You know, they already made their case before they, brought you there. This is just all a formality, but it seemed like they slow burning this thing for real to milk the ratings and all this other stuff. Cause right now they taking their time making the case. They had another girl that came there recently that used to be his Diddy's former manager, not former manager, former assistant, and she got one of those like weird industry names. And they said her testimony was so damning, and so it hit his case to the core. So it's gonna be interesting watching that move forward. Um, so we'll see regarding that. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got my brother in the building. Where he at? Where he at? Where he at, kid?
Yo, yo, Miami traffic is bonkers, kid. 1 minute you smooth sailing, all of a sudden 2 lanes is shut down, son. You know what I'm saying? Don't even tell you, kid. Don't even give you no heads up. Like, yo, don't call me on the 95 at 8:45 and 11 p.m. It's crazy madness. All of a sudden, you just see everybody breaking out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had to hit one of those joints, like before I hit somebody in the back of the, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's crazy. But we here now, you know what I'm saying?
That man, as long as you get where you need to be safely and not worry about speed, and that's all that matters. So again, that's my bro. Everybody, if it's your first time watching, that's my bro Santana. And we did his introduction while he wasn't here, but you already know that's my boy, that's my bro. So you know what I'm saying? Let's get it rocking. I just finished talking about the whole Diddy situation, just to kind of like, I don't want to say kill time, but just it fill a little space or whatever. All right, Charles, let's get to it. Our first segment of the night. Y'all already know it's popular opinions. These are not our questions. These are the world's questions. So stick to the answers in the questions. This segment is brought to you by OUV Records. You see it right there. Make sure you go to Instagram right now at OUV Records and stay in tune to the latest music and merchandise. The label motto is create, document, and inspire. All right, first question of the night. If you owned the NBA franchise, which location would you choose? If you owned the NBA franchise, which location would you choose? Number one, Las Vegas. Number two, New Jersey. Number three, Seattle. Number four, San Diego. And some good locations right there, kid. Again, number one is Vegas. Number two is New Jersey. Number three, Seattle. Number four, San Diego.
One, it's um it's a market that definitely needs a franchise for sure. So you know the constituency is gonna back you up. Two is Seattle, so I know my top tier players ain't gonna get into too much malarkey. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Seattle, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? They go figure some new shit out, but it's Seattle, so I'm not expecting niggas to be out here just doing all types of craziness. If it's Jersey, hell no. You hopping over the bridge, nah, it's over. So, you know what I'm saying? You in the city, nah. I need you in Seattle. It's raining. It's mad depressing. Just take your ass to the gym and shoot 100 free throws and get right for the season. That's what I need you to do. So we're going to go to Seattle and get right. You know what I'm saying? We're going to create a dynasty over there. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but focusness. You know what I'm saying? Nothing else to do but focus. You know what I'm saying?
that particular, and remember they changed their uniform from green and white and a little bit of that butter yellow to like green, like a hip hop green, red, orange, and then they changed the uniform. Like the style of the uniform was so popping. It was one of the uniforms or jerseys you could buy on the street. So, or in the store, I should say. So, me personally, I'm gonna say Seattle. Like you said, out of all the years the Seahawks been in Seattle, which is a long time, I ain't never hear nobody get into no bar fights. And at most, I'm hearing dudes trying to stay out the rain. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of rain out there, so they trying to stay out the rain. Other than that, it just focus on the sport. You know what I'm saying? It's a little expensive in Washington, but all is the same. Everybody could just focus on. So me and my bro, we agree on this one. I thought we was gonna disagree on this one, honestly. So we agree on Seattle. The chat went with San Diego, y'all. So the chat believed it was San Diego. The rest of the world at 44% went with number one, Las Vegas. What do you think about that?
Your guys just, you know what I'm saying, fucking up, not coming to practice, drunk, you know what I'm saying, no focus at all, you know what I'm saying? You just don't want no real franchise for real, you know what I'm saying? Like, too much temptation in Vegas. I don't want my top tier quarterback or my top tier point guard just all up in the parties, you know what I'm saying? All the strippers know him. Nah, nah, nah. I need you in Seattle where it's raining and all you want to do is just go to the gym, shoot threes, work out, and go home. So that's what I need you to do, you know what I'm saying? But Vegas, too much, you know what I'm saying? There's too much sin going on out there. I see why y'all want a franchise out there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want for a franchise, y'all front. You know what I'm saying? You just want to be out there a little extra. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. But shout out to Vegas, though.
East Coast teams playing in the damn West, which has always been odd to me. So they need more East Coast teams. So at least everybody said West Coast team. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next popular opinion question. All right, y'all. Now listen to the question carefully. Best R&B beat. Best R&B beat, not the song. Best R&B beat on this list. Best R&B beat on this list. Number one, H Town, Knocking the Boots. Number two, Case, Touch Me, Tease Me. Pause. Number three, Genuine Pony. Number four, Jodeci, Come and Talk to Me. Again, number one, H Town, Knocking the Boots. Number two, Case, Touch Me, Tease Me. Number three, Genuine Pony. Number four, Come and Talk to Me. Let us know what y'all think in the chat. Don't forget to hit the 100s and hit them likes, hit them hearts in the chat.
Because that's the only one that was like R&B, but it had like rap to it. You know what I'm saying? The rest of them was pure R&B beats. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the legends on that. But Case one for me in this list, I feel is like it's the beat itself is just like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like top tier rappers could spit on that. You know what I'm saying? Then Biggie spit on that beat. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's Foxy. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it could be an R&B song, it could be a rap song. So I'm gonna go with Case.
Me, when I heard the beat right off the back, it just had that bounce. It take me back straight into the '96, and it created a new different bounce. Like you could bounce and stand right there. You didn't have to go all the way over here with it. Just stand right here, stay in pocket, and you was fly with it. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I love that H Town Knocking the Boots beat by itself. But I'm gonna have to go with Genuine Pony. The first time I've ever heard the beat, I didn't know who Genuine was. All I heard was bib, bib, like that song, that polarizing synthesizer that later Timbaland was known for was so it just made the song stand out for me personally. So when I hear that beat on that song, the beat is the first thing that you hear. I'm going with Genuine Pony. My brother went with Case Touch Me Tease Me. The chat I seen they say H Town knocking the boots and Genuine Pony. So it's like a mixture in the chat. It's a mixture in the chat. Again, y'all hit them likes, hit them 100s as well. The rest of the world at 41% went with Genuine Pony. What do you think about that?
With any one of them on that list. So they're all classes within their right.
Songs, but the beat in itself was just top tier. All right, moving on to our last popular opinion question. Best movie casting on this list. Best movie casting on this list. Number one, Next Friday. Number two, Booty Call. Number three, House Party. Number four, The Wood. Again, number one, Next Friday. Number two, Booty Call. Number three, House Party. Number four, The Wood. Let us know what y'all think in the chat.
When they casted um the kids to play the, you know what I'm saying, the junior high and high school and all that stuff. So I thought that was pretty spot on for the casting choices that they made. So I'm gonna go with The Wood.
Better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like the kid, the reason why The Wood is such a classic is because the kid actors in that movie. Now the adults, like, let's be honest. Were we surprised that Sanaa Lathan, Tay Diggs, Richard, I forget the brother's last name, but he played Slim, uh, um, and Omar Epps. Are we surprised that they gave us a slam dunk performance in the movie? Nah, Loretta Devine. But the kids is what brought it home. You see what I'm saying? The version of the younger selves is what brought that movie home for me. But I'm gonna go with on this one. I'm gonna go with, even though I love The Wood, I want to say House Party. That's what I really want to say. But overall, I gotta go with Next Friday. Next Friday for me, if you look at, because Next Friday was supposed to fail because you didn't have, Chris Tucker in this movie. What's going on? Why Chris Tucker don't want to do the movie now? Chris Tucker don't want to curse no more and do the same type of things that he did with Friday. He don't want to smoke. He want to do childhood type movies or whatever. Okay, whatever. And then you get an unknown Mike Epps who comes in there do his own version of his character, and it was just a knock out the park. Then you got Sugar, then you got Uncle Elroy, then you got the finest of thugs that you could find from Juilliard. Pause. When I mean by finest, I mean the acting, y'all. The finest of actor quality of thugs straight from Juilliard. They was hilarious. Like I just think there was nobody that was weak on this cast, and of course, Pops hit it out the park. Yeah, so I'm going to go with Next Friday. I went with Next Friday. My bro went with The Wood. The rest of the world at 35% went with The Wood. What do you think about that?
Couldn't go wrong with either option, and the populace agree with The Wood. You know what I'm saying, that being the great casting that they did for it.
It was a tight race. It was 35%. It was a tight race, but The Wood, well deserved. Like I said, excellent movie. Them kids made I'm telling you, they made the world a difference in that movie. It was hilarious. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment, Hollywood Need to Ask Us. We came up with this segment because Hollywood gives us movies that's just not interesting, not compelling, not none of that. So again, we got better movies that we want to suggest. I talked about a movie before you got on too. I don't know if you've seen the Andre Rison movie on what you call them on Tubi, but it was the finest of quality of trash I've ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? And Andre Rison is lit. Like, he was a great football player. He was popping off the field, had all the fly, all the tasty, delectable shorties at the time, top tier, finest of honeys in Atlanta, might I add. You know what I'm saying? The mecca of a lot of just fine dining and good time and popping bottles with one of the baddest chicks in the game, crib done burnt down, all that, just a whole lot of turmoil. This makes for a great, excellent movie here. Nah, come on, man. Like, it wasn't. I don't even think it was a Tubi original, bro. It was just on Tubi, bro. It was the finest of quality of ass I've ever seen, bro. And he need to take that script, throw that in the trash, and give it to people that's going to care about his project because it's too compelling. So, you want to start this one off?
Hollywood needs to ask us. I want to see a documentary, but I want to see a documentary answering this one question. So the whole documentary is based upon this one question: why is there no RICO against the KKK? So you have all these RICOs against all these gangs. You got Bloods, Crips, y'all done did, you know what I'm saying, MS-13, all these gangs, but for some reason there's no RICO for KKK. So I would love to see a documentary as to why nobody brings up a RICO against the KKK or even a terroristic threat against them because they are a terrorist group. So I want to know why nobody pursue any KKK members. Why is there no investigation on KKK dismantling their whole organization? It's not like they not still around. They still around. So I always want to know why they never brought no RICO against them, based upon all the RICOs that they've done with other gangs. I just don't see why don't you spread the love. You know what I'm saying? You giving everybody a RICO. You get a RICO, you get a RICO. Give KKK a RICO. You know what I'm saying? You just giving everybody RICOs today. You know what I'm saying? You want to get up with RICO, he want to get up with RICO. You know what I'm saying? Just you know, just do that. That's for me. So I want to see a documentary about why there's no RICO against the KKK, why prosecutors don't bring this up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got all the energy in the world for all these other cases, but y'all want to make no caseload of the KKK. I think that would be fire for any prosecutor. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to see a documentary, a very well in-depth documentary, investigative documentary as to why there's no law firm, no judge, no court in all the United States brought up any RICOs against KKK. I'd love to see why is that.
Yeah, y'all. We would love to see that. Bro look like a Brazilian. That was mild. What the that was mild. Yo, we love great jokes, man, but that was mild, bro. If the jokes are hitting, yo, we'll laugh at them and mess with you. You know what I'm saying? Because we love the support and we love good jokes, man. But that was mild, bro. You gotta do better. All right, y'all. Moving on. Oh, my Hollywood need to ask us. I want to see a SWV. Give me a 3 hour movie. I want to see a SWV 3 hour movie. For those who don't know who SWV is or not familiar with SWV, they're a music group, R&B group that got tons of classics, tons of classics. Some of the best. They some of the best female groups that we've seen, period, especially on the music aspect, that R&B sound. And because they have so many classics, it will be made for a great movie because we could relive some of those moments, how they got to that song, why they got to that song, who was in love, who was falling out of love, you know. And because of their music, I think this music was so good it would drive the movie. So I would love to see a movie based on obviously their life as music artists and off the stage. The three actors I want to play as SWV is Coco Jones. She could play Coco. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Lovey Smith with her fine self. I want to see her play Eddie George's wife. Or the Eddie George wife. I want to see her play Eddie George wife. And Hallie Kilgrim. I want to see her play TT. That would be fire to me. That would be absolute fire. And because uh they're so alike in facial features and body size and type, I think it will be an easy thing to do with them just playing their characters and people being involved. And all three of them are really good actors. So I would love to see this film with SWV, their biopic, 3 hours, and give me those actors to cook and do their thing. What do you think? Yeah, so again, I would love to see that, and my bro would love to see that. Shout out to It Wasn't a Joke. Love y'all. Appreciate you, man, tapping in with that. Appreciate you. Hit them likes, hit the 100s, man. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment. This is some of y'all most favorite segment of the show. Must see segment, must see movies, must hear music, must read books. You want to start this one off? Alright, so my first must-see movie, y'all, came out in 2001. Alright, directed by Peter Warner. It stars Angela Bassett, Journey Smollett, Brian S. Mitchell, Kevin Anderson, Anna Ferguson, Kim Robers, and Glenn Plummer. This is an all-star cast. This movie is called Ruby's Bucket of Blood. Fire movie. A movie about a married couple deep in the south of Louisiana. They run in a nightclub, and you have to see the rest of the movie. I won't ruin it for y'all, so make sure y'all tap in to see Ruby's Bucket of Blood. Second must see movie came out in 2004, directed by Paul Lynch. This movie stars Dennis Hopper, Asia Argento, uh, Linacine Morrow, Charles Frederick, and Helen Shaver. This movie is called The Keeper. This is about a local police chief or police captain, whatever the particulars are. He runs it. The sheriff, he runs the town, and he helps a young lady get out of a bad situation. And then by helping her, he drives her to the end of town, and you have to watch the rest of the movie. Make sure you tap into the fire movie. Again, it's called The Keeper. Third and final must see movie came out in 2002, directed by Malcolm D. Lee. All-star cast stars Eddie Griffin, Chris Caton, Dave Chappelle, Denise Richards, Anjanou Ellis Taylor, Gary A. Williams, Billy D. Williams, Shaw McBride, and Neil Patrick Harris. Fire movie called Undercover Brother. Comedy galore. It's about a brother that's, a brother. You know what I'm saying? He out there solving crimes due to his brotherism, and he get into a situation where you have to watch the rest of the movie. I won't ruin it for y'all, so make sure y'all tap in to see Undercover Brother. So my three must-see movies is Ruby's Bucket of Blood, The Keeper, and Undercover Brother. Make sure y'all tap in to see that.
Got a theme as always. This episode, just like last week's episode. My theme this week is called Chain of Command. So these movies are about military movies and people who break the chain of command, and you fuck around and find out when you break the chain of command. So first movie on the list is called Rules of Engagement. Came out in 2000. Came out in 2000. Stars Samuel L. Jackson, Tommy Lee Jones, Ben Kingsley, Guy Pearce, Robert Pence Jr., Terry Bozeman, Peter Tran, Dale Dye, Annie Archer, and Amadou. About this captain who runs this platoon in one skirmish or another, and they get into this situation, and you gotta watch the rest of the movie to find out who broke the chain of command, who followed the rules of engagement, or what's what. Top fire movie. Don't really talk about this one a lot, but definitely very intriguing movie. Definitely tap into it. Next one on the list is called The General's Daughter. Came out in 1999, starred John Travolta, Leslie Stevenson, James Woods, Madeline Stowe. James Cromwell, Timothy Hutton, Clarence William III, and Jared Chandler. It's about these two investigators who investigate a murder that happened on an army base, and you got to find out what happens in the rest of the movie. Who broke chain of command? Who's not following protocol? Fire movie. Definitely tap into the general's daughter. Last on the list is called The Hurt Locker. Came out 2008. Stars Jeremy Renner, Anthony Mackie, Mark Boyle, Brian Gertry, Guy Pearce, Ralph Fiennes, David Morse, Christian Carmingo, and Evelyn Lilly. About this platoon leader who basically goes three tours in Iraq, and he's a special platoon leader, and you gotta watch the rest of the movie to find out if he breaks chain of command or if something happens over here, somebody not following protocol. Fire movie right there. Showcases how army veterans go through uh, depression and certain mental illnesses that deal with being in the army. So this one is a very good movie right there. So my movies for Chain of Command are Rules of Engagement, General's Daughter, and The Hurt Locker. Definitely tap into those movies.
Movies, episode 164, 164 episodes of fire movies. Make sure y'all tap in. All right, y'all, moving on to our must hear segment. Again, I move and operate on a different vibration. I'm going to give y'all fire music, whether it's classic hip hop, classic R&B, whether it's new, whether it's old, whether it's just around the corner. I'm gonna give y'all fire music. So for this episode, I'm giving y'all R&B, some more of that R&B. Must have this, must have this artist or this group on your playlist. There and these three songs: Blackstreet, the group Blackstreet. Put these three songs on your playlist. Number one, Don't Leave Me. Number two, Before I Let You Go. Number three, We're Gonna Take You Back. Fire songs. Again, number one, Don't Leave Me. Number two, Before I Let You Go. Three, We're Gonna Take You Back. Fire songs. Put those on your playlist. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. So make sure y'all tap in. A shout out to Paul in the building. Appreciate you tapping in. Paul Wallace in the building. Um, Moving on, must read books. Moving on to our Russ must read books. You want to start this one off?
Um, Definitely a very important book. I feel as though it's called Propaganda. It's by Edward Bernays. Came out in 1928. This person he's the reason why people believe in eating bacon and eggs as a complete breakfast. He's the reason why people believe that diamonds is rare, which is not rare. They're over in abundance, but because of propaganda and very good propaganda in media, we have the perception to think that diamonds are rare because of Edward Bernays and how good propaganda is. So this book is a very good book to read and understand how propaganda and how media works in tandem with each other to create sometimes falsified ideologies. So again, the name of the book is called Propaganda. The author is called Edward Bernays.
I'm sorry, challenging the law enforcement organization. It's a proactive leadership strategist book. So make sure y'all tap in. It teaches you on ways on how to deal with the police in all situations. So make sure at least you have some sort of foundation. For those of y'all that don't have no type of foundation dealing with the police, this is a great book to grab. Me personally is a little different because I have law enforcement in my family. I had family members that worked for the Supreme Court of Law, Supreme Court of New York. I have family that was DC police, family that's NYPD. So like I know the rules of engagement with police officers. So have your knowledge as well too with police officers. Um, you got cologne for us?
Feel good, y'all smell good, y'all gonna do good. So this cologne this week is called Drift. The fragrance again is called Coast. Again, the fragrance is Drift, and I'm sorry, the name of the cologne is called Drift, and the fragrance is called Coast. Definitely tap into it.
Make sure y'all get that coach. Cause the whole goal is to smell good, feel good, get that woman under the tuck and have yourself a good time. All right, y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. It's time to wrap. This segment is brought to you by Button Snaps, where you get the finest of movies, shows, documentary, and original content for your viewing pleasure of $4.99. Again, that's Button Snaps. Button hyphenated sign snaps.com. Again, the word button hyphenated sign and the word snaps.com. Make sure y'all tap in. First hot topic of the night. I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna broach this thing. So the new season of The Shy is on, and this has to be some of the most egregious, terrible, and moronic writing I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's not even believable at this point. Like, I used to be like, I remember coming home sometime, and the very rare time my mom was home, she gonna catch up on her stories and all that. Cool. She need her little drama. Cool. And as an adult, I get it. I understand it. You watch things as entertainment to keep your mind off what's really going on in real life, your worries, and you just want to take your mind somewhere else into another world. But the writing on The Shy of the new season is absolute garbage. And what makes it a shame is that the acting and the quality of actors that they have are amazing actors. But I literally asked this question after episode 3 in the new season of The Shy. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Because none of it is believable. And the people in these situations wouldn't even do this. So who wrote this? That's all I want to know. Who wrote this? What say you, bro? Have you seen the new season of The Shy?
Like, all right, yeah, now y'all tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just going all over the place. Bro just giving away money like to just open up. Like, come on, what type of fake gangsterism is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to your point, like, who was writing it? I was saying this by the fifth season. You know what I'm saying? After that, I was like, nah, I'm good. You know I fell off after this middle of the fifth season. I didn't even finish the fifth season. You know what I'm saying? So I fell off after the fifth season, did not care to watch the sixth season. And looks like the seventh season, I seen the trailer. I'm like, I know I fell off, but god damn, I know this writing just went off the Yowza bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, now we got number women running Chicago now. What the hell? Like, yo, come on, son. Like, yo, son, come on, son. All right, whatever, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna be any better. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, whatever you say. But again, this is just poor, lazy writing. Like, y'all got 7 seasons in. Like, don't don't drop the ball now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep getting better with the writing. Like, y'all got 7 seasons, your cast is good, y'all got everybody eating. Don't come in on the 7th season with lazy writing and just poor performance. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just felt as though like it was gonna just lead to that route eventually.
And I've seen it all through my life, from my childhood. Now as an adult, I could call it. When you watch a show and you root for it because we see us on camera, meaning we see, the brothers and the sisters on camera doing their thing as far as the performance value. So you want to support the show regardless of how idiotic the writing is, because you just wanted to support it, hoping that it's going to get better, right? In this aspect, you can tell this is going to be the final season because the writing is too moronic. There's no, like, they take the essence of a real character or what would be represented in the street and make this person do something that somebody in that position would never do. Like, for those who are really catch up on it, they brought back Reg. How you bring back Reg? He got stretched out in broad daylight with a damn AK-47. Like, what? Like, and on top of that, he ain't nothing but a buck 30. In real life, somebody a buck 30, maybe 6 foot, 6'1", them bullets, them AK-47 bullets is all they hit. After 2 shots, ain't no more body, ain't no more life. All of a sudden, he come back to Chicago and he now he want to run the block again. Who comes from that type of situation and wants to run the block after getting a clean getaway? He wants to run the block. Who does? People that's in the streets and oh my god, people that are in the streets, y'all, don't want to be in the streets. If you get a clean getaway at a better life, productive life, regardless of the money, you're going to do that because you're going to settle for peace. Money is not real. You can always make money in the real world. You can start from zero and make your money. There's no way this man escapes that, comes back into that. That's one aspect of it. Then the, you got this dude getting body and then just leaving a baby out of nowhere. Then all of a sudden she move in with Mom Dukes, and Mom Dukes is kind of strong arming her now. It's like, who wrote this? Like, who wrote this? Like, again, I can tell this is gonna be the last season of it. This is the same thing I said growing up watching Moesha, and I was a big Moesha fan. Uncle Frank was just being a hard nosed uncle. All of a sudden, oh, Frank, good job. You brought your son home. Whoa, 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 whoa. He what? Frank and Dorian daddy now? Y'all trying to cancel. Oh, okay. I see it. Y'all trying to cancel. It's cool because they can't just cancel it because people are really invested into the show because it's us on screen, on tape, on screen. They want to see these actors win. They're great actors, but the script is just terrible. It's terrible. It's all over the place, and they don't finish plots. They'll open up one lane, and then they don't talk about this lane until like 8 episodes later. Like, yeah, I know that was an interesting plot, but yeah, forget all that. We talking about this. They going to dinner and they breaking up. They getting back together. Huh? Just terrible, 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 terrible. I'm on the lookout for the Shy this being this last season because the writing is just moronic and it looks like it's going that way. All right, moving on to our next hot topic: NBA power forward Zion Williamson, Pelicans, is accused of a heinous acts of SA. Uh, a lawsuit was filed in Los Angeles County, where a Jane Doe has alleged of these acts, and she claimed that Zion also kidnapped her and assaulted her. Also, there was another incident that she claims that Zion said that he would give the order to his security to off her. Like I said, these are all accusations at the moment. And all of these alleged acts happened with ex-girlfriend who's known as Jane Doe in 2020. What do you think about that?
Very suspect that it's an ex-girlfriend. The claims that you're making is very suspect. It's like if somebody kidnaps you once and you get away, there shouldn't be another incident. You know what I'm saying? There shouldn't be none. You get kidnapped, you get away, immediately go to the police. Immediately. You know what I'm saying? There shouldn't be a sentence after immediately after saying, well, there was another incident. Wait, how you have another incident when you got kidnapped the first time? You know what I'm saying? Like that don't go together. It's not like bro picked you up, y'all went out on a date, and he opened for a second date. No, you said he kidnapped you, right? So how you have another incident after getting kidnapped? So that means you went back, you left and went back. So it's already immediately a red flag when it's the ex-girlfriend. Another media red flag is when you're doing civil complaints instead of criminal. If somebody kidnapped you, I don't want bread. I want this nigga to go to jail, right? Because that's criminal, right? And then third and final red flag for me, you file in California. So that right there just showcased to me it's all about the money. It's nothing about safety and getting somebody who's a violent offender off the streets. It's more about the bread, and it seems like everything was good when it was good, but then when it's not good, all of a sudden now he raped me. Not saying that I'm not taking away from the credibility. It's just it seems like it's the same playbook from the same play from dirt from the team of hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same play. It's the same play every time. When shit's not going your way, all of a sudden now you want to sue. But you suing off some criminal acts. So where's the criminal where's the criminal aspect behind it? There's no criminal act. You just want the bread. So again, I'm not taking away from this person's experiences, but it's just at this stage in the game, we gotta look at it with a fine-tooth comb and a supreme microscopic lens and pick through everything because this don't seem credible. Because if somebody physically assaulted you, hurt you in any kind of way, you wouldn't want this person off the street so they don't do it to the next person. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would assume because after they did it to you, there's no stopping them from doing it to somebody else, right? So you would want that person to get up off the street so nobody can go through what you went through. But no, you want some bread. So again, I don't know how credible it is. I'm not taking away from their experiences, but it's just really hard for the public to really believe this stuff now when it's like the same playbook that y'all run for the last 5 to 10 years. And not to take away from the female, like man, you also gotta pick better too. It's like, come on, like y'all gotta pick better. Like you should be able, Zion. You a multi-millionaire. Like, bro, you should be picking better than Instagram shorties. You know what I'm saying? Like Instagram models should not be your cup of tea at all, especially when you're making this type of money. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be elevating your choices of females that you want to deal with. That's my take.
And I don't want to have like a reputation for not believing victims because that's not real. Meaning the fact that I believe people whether you know what I mean, regardless of the fact. Is she a victim? We don't know. We don't know because when you really want to put your name on something and really want to stand up for something, you're going to put your name on it. You're not going to say Jane Doe. There's no real compelling reason why this person don't put their name on this situation because they're trying to get a bag. There's no real reason. And some people may say, like, how you figure that? They trying to get a bag, so they're trying to protect their identity. The world don't care about the money in the sense where they trying to protect people' identity. People that make there's people that work in certain industries because they work in certain industries, their salary is on public display. So they're obviously a target if the people chose for them to be a target. But in this aspect, nobody's targeting this young lady, whoever that she may be. And I have a feeling who I think it is, but she's going by as a Jane Doe. So at the end of the day, with all due respect, I feel like it's a money grab. Uh, I don't know if she's going to have the evidence to prove a case. I honestly feel like if these things actually happen, then I hope that it goes in her favor. But if this is just a money shakedown, I hope it crash and burn, and we'll never hear from this lady again. So that's how I really feel about this situation. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. TMZ reported rapper Offset demands Cardi B to pay spousal support. The amount is not set yet, and to have joint custody of their children, all alleged at this point. But we, obviously going to wait to see the rest play out in court. What do you think about that?
Supposed to go after because if you don't go after it first, she gonna go after it. So it's all fair. It's all fair in love and war. It's all fair in love and divorce. So I don't see what the problem is. Like most women gonna be like, oh, he shouldn't do that, this, that, and the third. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's on the table to play it, so you play it. You know what I'm saying? At this stage in the game, it shouldn't matter what other people think because they're gonna do it too. So figure you just do it first. And there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? You want spousal support, go after spousal support. You want custody of your kid, go after custody for your kid. You know what I'm saying? Joint custody, all that. Ain't no shame in our game in this era for men. You know what I'm saying? We going after it all. We're gonna file the joint custody, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do all that. And I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying?
Comfortable posting like something like that, she wouldn't post anything like that. She'd barely be on it. So the pictures that is chose to be shown on Instagram, you're advertising. And because you're advertising, then that means you're not the person that you with. Like, so that's what that means to me. So to see all of this crash and burn the way that it is, now it becomes a tug of war for assets. The children is all about winning whatever war of the finances that you could win in this aspect. So this lets me know that at bare minimal, most relationships, especially what this called high class, or I want to say high class, or more so high profile marriages, is all about transactions because it's all transactional. There's nothing really based on family anymore because now when you leave, instead of just saying, hey, I want this and I want you, I want this, you should have this, boom boom boom, if we can't have a full agreement, then we take it to our referee and say, that's divvy up like this way, blah 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 blah, based on the referee. If we can't come to some sort of understanding, we're not letting the public know our business. Now, when we starting to let the public know our business, now it becomes a mudslinging. Now this person is ugly. Now this person is broke. Now this person don't have the necessary tools to take care of you and take care of the family. But all this was cool just a second ago. So this just lets me know that being in relationships, especially high profile relationships in today and age, it's just not worth it. And I'm not saying not to find somebody that you're compatible with, not to find somebody that you could build with, but there's ways of doing that as well too. There's other ways of doing that. But it just seems like most things in the relationships that we get into is all transactional. Shout out to Biggs in the building. Appreciate you tapping in, bro. Hit them likes, hit the 100s. You know the protocol. Hit them likes, hit the 100s. To that, you say what, bro?
really just use the game to your advantage, honestly, because that's what it's all about. It's nobody's gonna help us up in this situation. So you think the lawyer's gonna help you out? Hell no. You need to figure this shit out and put yourself in position to win, because that's the name of the game, and that's what they've been doing this whole time. So we have every available right to use it to our advantage as well too.
End of the day, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. But again, it's just it, like if we're here just to create children, let's do that and create things that's going to be beneficial instead of trying to make this a family thing, knowing good and well that this is not going to work. We know it's so weird. We really choose people to be our baby moms, for women, their baby fathers, people that we want in our life, but we don't choose correctly. It's mainly choose based off a look or based off of the the optics. Sometimes it can even be political. It's never for nothing that's a higher power than ourselves, like a real foundation of family. So I just thought that was very interesting. Shout out to Rowan Jack, one of our day ones, one of our badge holders. Thank you for always supporting the show. He got a Black's Law dictionary term for you, no fault divorce. So make you tap into that. Appreciate you, Roman Jack, as always. All right, moving on to our next popular opinion. I'm sorry, our next hot topic. I said popular opinion. Our next hot topic. Kai Cenat is facing backlash for streamer university for having a HBCU type of vibe to it. There was a white creator that noticed that there was not a single white person at Streamer University, and he felt like it wasn't inclusive to other people that's not part of the culture. To that you say what?
Expected him to invite. Like it's his thing. Is he set it up? He put the money up. He invited the people he wanted to invite. You ain't get invited. Why are you mad? You know what I'm saying? Like when it's in the reverse, I don't feel like we would get superly mad if we not invited. Maybe somebody gonna bring it up. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna say something. But overall, we're not gonna be upset if we don't get invited to y'all cookout. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna make our own cookout over here. No problem. But as soon as we do it over here for amongst ourselves, y'all wanna come and peek over here and see what's going on. Like this is why we went over here to create our own space for this very reason. Like so I don't see why it would be an issue. Like what? Like I'm pretty sure like there was like I'm thinking he had like one white person on there. It's not like he didn't have nobody on there. I think he had one white person. Some. And then it was like very diverse. He had a very diverse uh group of people. So because it wasn't white, like man, get off that.
A lot of camera people, back people that work in the background, if he just made more mention to, on air personality type of personalities as far as streamers, there was definitely white creators there because there was a particular time Talil went into the room and it was these two young ladies who happened to be white, and he went in there and showed them love immediately. And it wasn't because they was white, it's because he felt like he needed to show them some love. They were smaller creators and he needed to show them some love, and they was appreciative of that. So I don't know if that particular creator was just looking to kick up something or just wanted to basically slide that in. It's like, oh, this is more like HSBU instead of Streamer University, So there was, now that I really think about it, there was quite a few. I wouldn't say a lot, but it was a few people who was there who happened to be white creators that enjoyed the space and that benefited from the space. So, now that I think about it, absolutely there was not just people that worked behind the camera, but there was people that worked in front of the camera as well.
I love history, you know what I'm saying? Because I just love history. It's funny how he says, oh, feels like a HBCU type of thing, right? But even in HBCUs, we don't exclude people from HBCUs. So what are you talking about? This ain't in the 1950s where they had to bring the National Guard in to force schools to allow black people into their schools. What the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You forget history where people had the National Guard had to come in to make sure that the white mob didn't attack the black students that were coming into the high schools for the first time because they integrated the high schools. Now fast forward to 2025, he creates his space. Now all of a sudden, oh, he ain't inviting no white people. Like, come on, son. Come on. Y'all the ones that created Redline to keep people from going into y'all neighborhoods. Y'all the ones that created for color and for white people so we wouldn't eat and drink in the same spaces. So what are you talking about now? So when we fought for these things to be able to be in these spaces, and then when we create our own space and we invite people, now it's still a problem. Like, you gotta pick a struggle, man.
No matter, it just seems like he invited 250 people, whether they had big platform, small platform. Race and creed, was it a factor? I don't know that to be true. I'm going to say no because he had creators who was, white in culture. So I don't think that was a part of the aspect. He also made mention, which is very true, from it was about 75 people that he brought on personally for Streamers University. On average, it's 0 to 50 views prior to Streaming University. 0 to 50 views. There was at least 75 people there that received that. The other people that was there, bigger content creators, they pop in and they was able to work together. Cool, right? So to highlight that, and it's debunked easily because when you said it, I automatically went to Tylil, another creator, Tylil, and he was going from room to room, whether you're a big creator or a small creator, but more so the small creators, just to show them some love, talk to them, because he realized that off camera they was kind of going through something mentally as far as getting that type of attention. People scrutinizing them, and people are going through real struggles off camera. So he felt like his calling was to go to room just to show people love. And then that in particular, I remember seeing the two young ladies, and it was more than two that was there. I'll tell you that it was more than two that was there. So I think this person was like really trying to gaslight and look for something, but this person was really felt like he had like a leg to stand on by saying that. Quick shout out again to Rowan Jack. I'm offended. I'm not on this show. Roy Jack is stupid again. Appreciate you as always for supporting the show. You are always on this show, my brother. Always. But yeah, I think the dude was just kicking up something. He just looking for a leg to stand on, and you're not. You probably wasn't invited, and it's just like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us applied. I applied and got denied. I applied, got denied. Did I get mad? No. I actually watch. I actually support. I speak and say he did an amazing thing. Wish I I wish I was there to gain more information about podcasting and about streaming to add on to what I got going on right now? Absolutely. I love what I'm doing and we're successful at it. But there's more information to be gained. I didn't get chose, and that's cool. Maybe next time I might get chose. Maybe I never get chose. But either way, I'm still going to go get it, and then I'm still going to support. It's enough room for everybody to do their thing. Each one, teach one. I got people that's wanted to start their own podcast, wanted to start their own streaming that calls me and asks me what their next move should be, or what their first move should be, I should say. So again, like instead of hating, just embrace and show love. Like we ain't gonna get nowhere like this and trying to be divisive, and you have no leg to stand on them being divisive. So it's just weird. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. A St. Cloud's Tech High School graduation in Minnesota ended in a brawl amongst the students, amongst each other that was graduating and people that was coming to the graduation to support. What do you think about that?
Going, I'm saying all you can do is just observe and report, and that's it. Just watch out, look at it, and just move out the way.
It's the day and age for that. I mean, I seen one dude do the coldest Chris Brown right before he got his degree. Like he came on stage, hit the quick backflip, and styled it. And then the dean looked at him like, "Yo, walk back, yo. I'm not giving you your diploma after you just bust a Chris Brown backflip. Like that's not happening. Walk up here regular. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna do this the right way." So we in that day and age where people show up and show out at these graduations, and for a fight to break out is crazy, especially in high school. That's like, or like your parents is at this at the high school graduation. If not any graduation, parents are at the high school graduation. Some parents may miss junior high school. Some parents may miss elementary. Some parents may miss college. But high school is a graduation you just don't miss. It's too important. So you mean some you got all them parents there and everybody is on 305 behavior? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. So at the end of the day, like what are we doing? Like, and the reason why I say 305 and not 304, because upstate New York get wild and crazy too. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say 305, because I got into my brawls in 305, not 304. I get love in 304, but 305 is wild. So I'll say 305. But at the end of the day, for that to happen at a high school graduation is beyond me. It shows no class and they have no real order of the students. Like that's wild to me. A quick shout out to yo, that's Cuzzo in the building. Shout out to Leaf in the building. You already know, appreciate you tapping in, man. Hit them likes, hit the 100s, hit them likes, hit the 100s. Anything you want to add to that? Yeah, they got to do better, man. They got to do better. All right, y'all, moving on to our next hot topic. Deion Sanders patches things up with former NFL cornerback Asante Samuels. Deion Sanders went on to tell him that the NFL Hall of Fame costs minimum $250,000 for the activities. So when you go to the Hall of Fame, when we see all the activities around the Hall of Fame, getting your family, to your speech and booking hotels and travels, and then of course when you're there, you have your signings and all that stuff. This even the signings you got to bust down with the NFL. So your merchandise that you have, let's say it's gonna cost $100, you gotta bust that up um, with the NFL Hall of Fame portion as far as your finances, and it's about 250,000 bare minimum to take care of all of the expenses regarding the Hall of Fame. What do you think about that?
$50,000. Don't the NFL make billions of dollars? What type of
50.
why the fuck I play? I'm the one that got to pay for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm the one with the broken body. I'm the one with fucking PTSD. I'm the one CTE. You know what I'm saying? I'm put 18 years in the fucking league, and you want me to pay $250,000 just to get my coat? Get the fuck out of here, son. Like what? You make billions of dollars every year. Why I gotta come out the pocket to pay for this? Yo, that's scandalous. It's crazy, son. They're like, "Yo, you want that yellow jacket, right? All right, let's see how serious you want that. You gotta put up the money. Any signing any signing t-shirts, books, we want a piece of that." Like, what? That's crazy. Man. So me giving up my whole body for the league ain't enough. That's not enough. You need everything else after the fact. That's wild. Hey, that's the name of the game. So you sign that contract. That's how you gotta do it.
They helped push the game forward. So I always thought they had made, the NFL players made like an extra, I would say like 30 grand a year for being in the Hall of Fame. I honestly thought that, enough money to keep their head above water, depending on where you live. If you got 30 grand and you live in Arkansas, you living like a king, baby. But if you living in New York, it's like, yeah, that might take care of some rent or something like that, maybe if that. But I always thought that, but that's not the fact. So they have to take care of all of that expenses around the Hall of Fame, which I thought was crazy. I'm just like, yo, you put, like you said, you put your body on the line, your mind on the line, and that's what you get. So, and it's like, how you know they got it? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you trying to get the Hall of Fame, better get you a loan. Get you a loan. 250 is crazy. 250 is crazy. 250 is crazy. I can understand. I honestly can understand like a cool 10 grand, cool 15 grand with 250K bare minimal. That's if you planned your finances right. That's bare minimal. That's crazy. So that's wild. A quick shout out to Rowan Jack again supporting us, man. Appreciate you, Rowan Jack. He just gifted some people in the chat some memberships. So some thank yous are in order. 420 Reef, Jug, Florida, Solo Slim, Biggie, Dog, and Duck. Some thank yous are in order. Send that man some thank yous. Hit them 100s. Hit them hearts in the chat. Again, big love. Appreciate you, Rowan Jack, man. It means the most that you support the show, support the podcast, man. For real. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. Uh, hey, man, we gotta talk about it, bro. We gotta talk about this. Pacers beat the New York Knicks 4-2. It was a great series, still a great series. The Pacers advanced. They go on to play the Oklahoma City Thunder for the finals. This is the first time they appear in the finals since 2000, the year 2000. So it's been 25 years since the Pacers played in the finals. And what do you think about that series between them and the Knicks?
I gotta say for that.
I respect it. You a diehard Knicks fan. I respect it. But I have to ask this question: what do you think the Knicks should do next in the offseason?
All they can do is keep this core team that they got. They don't got no drafts because you gave up away all your drafts. New York Knicks has never drafted a player since I don't know when because y'all always give away all your drafts. So now we have to stick with this team for the next 2 to 3 seasons or whenever they contracts give up. And hopefully we can make some trades to get some draft picks in the next coming years. If not, we gotta wait till 2030 to get some drafts. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We always put ourselves in the same boat and try to get these pieces and wait, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we never draft players and build around draft picks. That way we could have picks now that we developing and have future picks in the future. You know what I'm saying? So again, if we in the position where this bite is in the ass, I feel as though we should not break up this team, keep it the way it is, keep it until next year all-star break, just to see what other teams coming out of the trade deadline to use that as a ploy to get people to come to come play for New York. But I feel as though we gotta keep the same core team, get rid of Thibodeau, and starting right now, y'all niggas need to be running laps until the new season starts. I should not see nobody tired for the new season. Y'all niggas need to start running laps, swimming drills, all types of endurance. Because I don't want to see come play of time next season. Y'all niggas is tired. Y'all don't want to run up and down the court no more. Like y'all skip games during the season and shit. So y'all shouldn't be tired in the playoffs. Because y'all complain about long, y'all sit down in certain games in the season, right? So the players, y'all should have energy. I ain't see that. So now I want to see in this all season, all y'all niggas is doing is running drills, running laps. That's it. Get your endurance up. Y'all ain't even touching Spalding. Put Spalding over there. Get your knee-high socks and your sneakers and get the running. That's all I want to see. Straight running. I want to see. Matter of fact, call all the track coaches, call their asses down here and go to the track meet and start running laps. That's it. I don't want to hear nothing else about shooting, no free throws, none of that. Run laps. Cause the way y'all played in the playoffs, niggas is tired, hoping the nigga make the three, hoping the nigga don't gotta get the rebound. Cause y'all tired. All right, cool. Y'all tired? Cool. We gonna run laps all season. Don't even think about hitting no strip clubs. Don't even think about hitting no Palisades, none of that. All I want to see is y'all niggas running laps. That's it. That's all I want to see. And get Thibodeau out of here. That's my take.
Brunson in a club. You got smoke for Jalen Brunson?
Brunson and his pops. Where your pops at? Why are you even in the club? Who let Jalen Brunson in the club? Y'all not for New York. Ain't no way in hell y'all let him in the club. You supposed to be over there training. Matter of fact, we're gonna walk you to the track meet and we're gonna make sure you run them 4 or 5 laps we need to run every day. Your plan is to run 5 laps a day. That's your job for the whole summer. You run 5 laps every day. Every day. Don't touch no ball, don't touch nothing. You running laps. That's it. These niggas is tired. You shouldn't be tired. You play ball. Why are you tired? You're not doing else. You picking up shifts at the construction site after the game? What the fuck you tired for? Nah, all I want to see is running laps. That's it, son. Y'all did great. I'm not taking away from the great season that y'all did, but I see y'all niggas getting tired. Y'all need to run some laps. Y'all too, yeah, ain't no way y'all supposed to be tired, son. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna run laps for the remainder of the off season till the new season starts. So when the new game, y'all should be running up and down the whole court. Everybody, running everybody up out of the court. You know what I'm saying? So for next season, the only real team we need to really focus on is the Pacers. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Who in the East gonna fuck with us? We took out the Celtics. And I love that. And they ain't gonna be ready for next season because you know what I mean. Whatchamacall is hurt for a whole season, so we gooch. So all I need to see is endurance. I should not see y'all niggas tired for next season. Y'all should be running laps. Cat, you should be coming back slim and brolic and stop shooting threes. You need to be up under the rim. That's where you need to be. You don't need to be nowhere near the 3-point line. Be up under the rim, gobble those rebounds, and get them putbacks in. And then you need to be running laps too. Everybody. That's my take.
This team is shaped as Coach Carter. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't touch a basketball until game time. All y'all do is run. Like, yo, what do we do in practice? We run. All y'all do.
Don't got no plays. I ain't see no Darlin Pickett. I ain't see Computer Blue. I ain't see Diane. I ain't see none of these plays. Yeah, we need Coach Carter because we need some plays and we need endurance. Y'all gonna run laps until Blue is no longer tired. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're gonna be running laps. You know what I'm saying?
Are no longer in the draft business. They're no longer in that business. They traded all their picks to my team, to the Brooklyn Nets, because they wanted to win now. Mikal Bridges had to play with his bros, Villanova. They had to make the championship run. Okay, cool. We want all y'all picks. Give us the next picks for the next 5 years. It's cool. It's all right. Y'all go do that, and we're going to go do this. Now, with that being said, because they no longer in the draft business, it's all about trade and acquisition. So, for example, they either could trade for a coach or fire their coach. They could either trade a big name player for another big player because they don't have the type of cap that would allow them to draft players based on what they have. They have no draft picks. So all they're forced to do at this moment is to trade picks because they're financially strapped because of the state that they put themselves into. So now all they can really do is either trade big or trade for another top tier starter who would be considered like a big three piece, or they could trade several pieces that's going to help come off the bench. If you're keeping Coach Thibodeau, he don't give nothing about no bench play. He's all about the big three, baby, and that's what history has shown. So because of that, there's going to be limited choices. Now you do make an excellent point as far as teams in the East. The teams that can actually play against the Knicks again. Boston is cooked because Tatum is gone for the whole year. I think they're still going to be good, but it's not the same, right? You got Indiana, who's still going to be in Indiana. I think Cleveland will bounce back, but they in talks of trading Darius Garland. Darius Garland could easily end up with the Orlando Magic, and Orlando Magic is a very hard team to play. It's basically playing against a taller version of Indiana. So I would not be surprised if next year come around and Orlando Magic is in the Final Four. I would not be surprised because they play exactly how Indiana plays, but they're a taller version of it. And they have more of a number one scorer that can play from mid post to the post. Anytime the game is in winding, they gonna give it to Ben Carroll. Ben Carroll can't shoot them. He can't hit a three, but he's trying to get them easy buckets that rack play. So again, I think Orlando could also be in play because if they get Darius Garland, because they are avoided of a point guard who can create. Depending on how they gel, how quick they gel, then that's another conversation. Now, Knicks is going to be in real talks for people like Antetokounmpo, uh, 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 my man on Philly, Paul George, or Embiid. These names will come up throughout the season or throughout the summer because they're big name players, and these basically are only the players that the Knicks can get because they're big name players. They're strapped, so they're gonna have some real decisions to make if they want to take the next step moving forward. So they definitely I see me personally, if they played their bench more, they wouldn't have to worry about running and being tired. It's how Coach Tibbs uses his team. So I just thought that was interesting in itself. The Pacers did win. They won 4-2 convincingly, but these were good games. Pascal Siakam won the Eastern Conference Player of the Series. Everybody thought it was going to be Halliburton that won that award, which I thought he should have won that award. But Siakam was still a pivotal player in that series, obviously, and I think is going to make for a great finals. I think the Pacers and the Thunder is the best what this season and what the NBA has to offer as far as team basketball. This is going to be an outstanding finals. Now, do they name carry weight? No, not on a national level and not to a casual fan. The casual fan is not going to want to see OKC versus the Indiana Pacers. But if you watch basketball, these are the best teams that you could put in the finals, and we're going to get the best basketball because these teams barely have any weaknesses. Barely, both teams. So this is going to be an outstanding finals. I think this finals would definitely going to go game 6. I believe it might go game 7, and it could go either way. It could go either way because they both have tall guards, they both got long wings, pause, and they both can shoot. They both play defense. They both play at a frantic pace. This is going to be an outstanding series. So I can't wait to see the series start. Again, congratulations to the Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's going to be a dope finals. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Uh, and this is a question for me. This is my question. I already have my answer to my question, but I want to pose this question to y'all. Hello, quick shout out to Rowan Jack. He said, "Damn, Coach Santana, that's how you get players running train on the coaches' wives." Rowan Jack, you are a jerk. You are a jerk. I mean, ain't nothing gonna bring team unity to you running trains on your coach's wife. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been known that some players don't get their minutes up. They were like, all right, I'm gonna go see Mrs. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get my minutes up with her. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tag one of the bros in. So, that's a fact. That builds team chemistry, man. Builds some chemistry for real. All right, so
Ain't nobody coming out that locker room fuck with me. What? All right. Let me holler at y'all. Come in and close that door behind y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
yo,
yo, coach said he need to talk to you. He need to run space by you or something. Yeah, come to my office. You know what I'm saying? Bring your playbook.
rocking with a book, like, yo, what? You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. So again, this is my question. Again, this is my question. Can men and women be friends? You started off, bro. That's
Like, what can I call you on to help me out with as a friend? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I get a flat tire, I can't call you as a friend to help me with the tire. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I need help with the tire, but I'm just saying, if yeah, like a female friend can't help males with their issues. That's why we call our homies. You know what I'm saying? And majority of the time, uh, female issues they call on men anyway. So male and female issues we call on men. So when I have an issue, I don't call on a woman to help me out. I call on another man. It's just we both gonna get to the solution faster. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point of it. Like, oh shit, you got an issue? I bet. How we gonna get the solution done quick? That's it. So to your question, no, men and women can be friends. We weren't built to be friends. We were built to be companions. So you're not looking to be my friend. You know what I'm saying? We were built to be companions, and then we have friends in our own social groups. But us together, no, we can't be friends.
on social media that a lot of women is being surprised, supposedly surprised by the male friends that they have in their life. All of a sudden, want to crack buns. Um, Me personally, do I have female or women who are I would consider my friend? Yeah, but how often do I talk to them? Not many, not much at all, to be honest with you. If I see them, we will have a good time. But all of these women who I consider my friend, I have zero sexual interest or energy with them at all. Not an ounce. So to some degree, yes, but you made a very good point on when things going left. When's the last time I called one of my friends and it was a woman to help me out with my problem? It's been a long time, like a very long time, like a very long time. So much to the point where it's such a long time. I would say, what, in high school when I was trying to get with another girl and I'm trying to like, yo, what's up with your homie? Like, what your homie talking about? So I try to get that angle. So next time I see her, like, it could be on and popping. This is high school. But to keep it honest with you, all the women who I consider my friends, I have zero sexual energy or lust or tension, at least from my aspect of it. I don't want to crack at all. You sis, yo sis, what up, sis? It's all good. So to that, I would say yes in that regard. And it's only The way that that can happen is I have zero sexual energy for you. Zero. Because the industry that I work in, I have to be friends with women of such because it takes women to have other women around in just in the circle. I mean, being in the music industry for for a while since what 2008. So there's been plenty of women that's been around that I had no sexual interest in that I realized when I had new women come around me, they felt comfortable seeing a woman around me. So can men and women be friends? Yeah, yeah. But I think it comes with the caveat. I don't think that men and women can be friends that have sexual energy for each other. I think people are friends with sexual energy, but are y'all really friends for real? Because if the right situation was to happen, would it go down? And the answer is yes. Especially ladies, if you're fine, if you look good and the dude is your friend, he's your friend because you say so. That's the only reason why y'all friends, because you say so. If you call them and say, yo, I'm feeling kind of lonely, I'm feeling kind of vulnerable, I normally wouldn't ask you this, but like, can you just come over and hold me? What you think he gonna say? Nah, I gotta check my Palm Pilot. I don't know what I got going on. This, that. Nah, he gonna come over there and he gonna Mr. Miyagi you. You know what I'm saying? Wax on, wax off. He gonna help you out. You know what I'm saying? What Martin said to Tommy, I know damn well you ain't G knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, so that's what I think. I think men and women can be friends, but you can't have the sexual energy. Like even like some of my bros, they got wives, they got girlfriends. Don't that's cis. So there's no sexual energy. So I consider them a friend, but do I call them when stuff goes left? No. If I seen them out and about and we can have a conversation, of course. You know what I'm saying? Can we joke and talk about anything? Of course. But are we like calling each other? No. So that's what I think regarding that. But I'm seeing a lot of it on social media that women are surprised that the men that they have in their life and consider the men as friends, the men treat them as friends only because that's what they place them in their life. But as of recently, some of those friends have said, yo, I'm trying to see what's happening. But we supposed to be friends though. No, you say we supposed to be friends. I want to crack your cheeks, but I settle for being your friend. And I have women in my life that I'm friendly with, but I used to crack their cheeks. So are we friends? No. Are we friendly? Yes. Yes, of course. Do I got love for them? Yeah, of course. So are we friends? No, not really, but we're friendly. I hold you down, you hold me down. Of course. Yeah. But just to say that we friends to be friends, but I cracked your cheeks. I, oh, could I be open to being somebody's friend after I crack their cheeks? Yeah, just depending on the vibe. Yeah, yeah, maybe. I also think it's individual based too. So there's certain exceptions as well, but we're talking about the norm and not the exception. So this is probably a couple of exceptions that I'm ignoring right now in my life, but the norm, no. It can't be sexual energy. So yeah, yeah, no, yes and no. To that you say what?
Female as a friend. There's nothing to gain by having a woman as a friend. Nothing. For me, like I don't gain nothing for you having a friend. But the woman having me as a friend, you gain everything. You know what I'm saying? You gain a protector, you get somebody to give you advice, you get somebody, you know what I'm saying? All these things. But for a woman being my friend, you can't even put me on to another bitch. You know what I'm saying? So what's your purpose? Like, so for me, I don't have females, no, I don't need female friends. Never had female friends. When I did have them, I already cracked them. So you're not female friends again after I crack. You know what I'm saying? So we already passed that threshold. So I mean, it is what it is after that. So we're not gonna be friends because I don't need female friends. You know what I'm saying? So you choose what you want to do after that. I put the you know what I'm saying, mix it all up. 2 to 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Stain molasses. That's what make them Mo stain. You know what I'm saying? Mo stain, Mo cane. You know what I'm saying?
Hot topic: new Blade video game teaser drops. No official release date. It look kind of fire. Have you seen it? And if you did, what do you think?
Game and get to the Blade movie. How you gonna come out with the game first and not the movie? Where's the movie? Don't try to sit me with some a little chicken sandwich over here. Like, oh yeah, now we're gonna passe you with a Blade game. No. I want to see the movie. Where's the movie? How you bypass the movie and go give me a game? I ain't asked for no game. I ain't asked for Blade remake, but y'all did it anyway. So where's it at? That's what I want to know. Where's the Blade remake? And I'm probably gonna check out the trailer. It better be fire too, because the Blade game will be lit. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll be fire. You know what I'm saying? Blasting some vampires. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be some ill shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's fire. That's cool and all. But where's the movie? That's what I want to know. What y'all taking so long? Where's my Blade movies, man? Stop playing. Get Wesley Snipes. Get his input. What's the problem? He did 3 of them, all successful. Shouldn't be no problem remaking. You know what I'm saying? So, but in the meantime, between time, I'm gonna check this game out. But don't get it twisted, Hollywood. We still waiting for this movie. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing.
Well, the teaser of the game look fire, so I'm excited if they do this game. Me personally, if they say, "Yo, we dropping it next week," guess what? I'm getting it next week. It's like simple. Like, I'm not waiting. It ain't no. We ain't. It's not play over here. I'm trying to rock out on the Blade game. Also, the movie in itself, if they do this movie, the only thing I hope that they get right with this particular Blade movie is give us a bad guy that we care about. Like Deacon Frost, he was cool. He was the best one so far, but he wasn't necessarily great. It took him to shed blood and to kill all these other dudes for him to get his invincible juice and still got Reynolds Rock. The second one was kind of lit because of what he's able to do. He's more advanced. And it's like, yeah, but y'all didn't go deep enough in his backstory. It wasn't enough. The third one was complete garbage. Complete garbage. That's a third movie that was complete garbage. They brought back Dracula. Now that sounds fire. But the backstory, the 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 BET um the BET visual effects, special effects, the generic sounds, that ain't gonna get it, bro. No, put some money up. They didn't put no money in the third one, and then they not getting along on top of that between Ryan Reynolds and Wesley. That movie was asshat. So all I hope is that they care about their franchise enough, because I don't think they care about the franchise, because this ain't no this the sticky fingers. But after the third, they like, yeah, y'all know what? Instead of giving y'all the remake, we gonna give y'all a bit of this series, and instead of bringing back Wesley, we gonna give y'all sticky fingers. This ain't no this the sticky fingers, but we not gonna say that sticky fingers is on Wesley Snipes' level of acting. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I don't want it to seem like it's no this. It really isn't. You know what I'm saying? But They didn't care about the franchise enough to do it. So I just hope with this remake that they give us a villain who's fire and that we care about. That's all I'm saying. Do the backstory, do the back, and why we should care about this villain. Take some notes from y'all. Take some notes from Endgame or Infinity Wars or Civil Wars on how y'all was so in depth and breaking the layers down on why we should care about villains. Could be fire. Could be fire, but the game look fire though. I ain't gonna hold you. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Possible. This is a possible new fashion trend. They showed it on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Carmelo Anthony show where a new fashion trend could be happening. On the show, they wasn't jacking it. A few people was on the show jacking it. And of course, this is very New York based. So the possible new trend could possibly be 360 wave beard or beard waves. Are you jacking it or nah? You feeling it or nah?
I mean, damn, that's just another way of showcasing how a nigga could be great. You know what I'm saying? Why can't a nigga just be great? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got 360 waves and a 360 beard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you walk in 720. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We was busting waves since I was like in 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? This is 99, 2000. You know what I'm saying? Now, niggas busting out the 360 beard. I'm with that. I could never get the 360 beard. So I'm gonna leave it to the cats who can do it. You know what I'm saying? That's just too much intensity for me. That's too much concentration. I don't have it to get the 360 beard. But for the next cat, do that. You know what I'm saying? You got the 360 waves and the 360 beard. Damn. And you dealing with a shorty that gotta buy her shit at the store? Bro, you winning, son. What shorty gonna tell you when you 720 out here? Ain't nothing shorty could tell you. Your waves is spinning and your beard is spinning with the fresh lineup, with the beef and brats. Come on, son. All we need is New York to win the chip, man. That's it, son. That's it. So it's gonna be beef patties and pizza and risotto and mozzarella everywhere, nigga. I'm telling you, son. And we're gonna teach y'all niggas how to eat the pizza properly, son. Don't disrespect the pizza. You know what I'm saying? 720 everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just make a New Balance 720. You know what I'm saying? Just drop 720 now, because that's the new way. Niggas is walking around 720. You can't even you can't even jack that wave. You can't even buy no swimsuit for that wave. You know what I'm saying? You can't surf that wave properly. They ain't Michael Phelps can't even teach you the proper freestyle swim technique to maintain in that wave. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna get washed. You know what I'm saying? Just stand back and watch the greatness. You see 3 cats walking around in the middle of their chopper, beard wavy, silky, and like you just gotta stop that nigga and take a picture with him. Like, you ain't never gonna see a nigga like that ever again in life. After you take a picture with him, go play the lotto. You might win. Dead ass, son. I'm with that. 360 beard. Yeah, I'm with that. Yeah, I'm jacking that.
It's so New York City, and like now you gonna see a heavy beard do rag. So now they gonna now I gotta get into the beard do rag business because I'm trying.
Do rag. You know what I'm saying? What you put in the chin and then and pull it back, tie it like a bib. Well, how you do it? You know what I'm saying?
In on this. Like I gotta get me a little picture with a little fake beard, and you know what I'm saying. Get your Ashley beard do rags. You know what I'm saying.
My beard hairs be mad coarse. I need them to be softer. You know what I'm saying? So whatever way to get my beard hair softer, I need to do that. You know what I'm saying? I might have to get the silk beard the silky beard do rag. That's probably what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Maurice Grease hitting that beard on a whole nother level for the like it's gonna make the city go crazy. Like if this really become a thing, which I think this will, the city is going to go crazy. Again, the 360 beard do rag, regular do rag on top of that, and then when he finally take it off, like, because already when it comes to like New York dudes, we all find our ways to be different, no matter what we do, right? But we just have this thought in our mind that yo, when we unleash the cracking of our fit or our fashion prowess, the ladies is gonna go crazy when they see this, when they see this fit, when they see this head, when they see this bed. Like that's a part of New York men grooming ourselves the way we groom ourselves. Because when we head outside, no matter what we have on, like they ain't never seen it the way I'm about to wear it. So I have to like beat them off me like, yo, baby girl, chill, baby. Like we really think that, like, you know what I'm saying, and that's how we carry it. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of goose sauce you got to carry with all that type of energy. So the fact that they are making this a thing, I went in. I went in. Here's my money. Print up Ashley bid do rags. You know what I'm saying? But Ash, you don't got no bid. In this damn picture I do, cop the bid do rag. You know what I'm saying? Get that. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be silky. And what?
You know what I'm saying? Yo, the first day coming back to school, boy, listen, your fresh fit and the 360 do rag. I mean, 360 waves with the beard. Nah, ain't nobody stopping you, fam. Yo, you keep doing it. So keep doing that shit. So.
Finds an era in fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you think of the 90s, you think of the baggy clothes and the Timbs, right? Think of the jumpers. Now, when you think of the early 2000s, you think, big white tees, still baggy jeans, instead of Timbs, Jordans, Pradas on that. 2010s, more so button ups with the little the button ups with the sports jacket, jeans, kicks, or Timbs. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how you want to rock that thing. You know what I'm saying? So now we going into a whole new era of fashion, and this past era of fashion, we've been tight clothes, and it just went back to going to baggy. So to add this to the pot, it's going to be something to see, bro. I like it's going to be funny at first, and then it's going to really be a wave. I have a feeling it's really going to be a wave. All right, so I'm moving on to our last hot topic of the night. Uh, RIP and shouts out to the family. Brian McKnight. Brian McKnight, son Nico, has passed away at the age of 32 due to his battle of colon cancer. So to that, I say rest in peace and my condolences to Brian McKnight and his family. Uh, and again, shout out to his memory. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment. I was about to say petty thoughts. Our next segment is brought to you by Bravo Section. Make sure you go to bigbravosection.com. Again, bigbravosection.com. You can book a session with one of the best photographers in the world if you're in the Miami area. If you're not, you can still book that session. They'll come out, take care of your session. It starts at bigbravosection.com. You have a petty thought for us, petty law, Black's Law Dictionary.
So it's very important. We use words every day. Understanding the legal definition of these words is very key to understanding what the reality that we live in. So the first word on the list is called application. So it's very interesting. Application has this very in-depth definition. So a putting to, placing before, preferring a request or petition to or before a person. The act of making a request for something, a petition, the use or a disposition made of a thing, a bringing together in order to ascertain some relation or establish some connection as the application of a rule or principle to a case or fact. So application. So they pretty much the application is basically they requesting information from you that normally they would not have beforehand. So they would need this application to get your information. And in an application, it'll have your name, you know what I'm saying, social, phone number, and that's how they get those information. How they get that information by you filling out the application. All right, so next word on the list is abolition. So abolition is the destruction, annihilation, abrogation, or extinguishment of anything. So abolition. Oh, I'm sorry, abolition. Abolishment. I'm sorry. So it's the destruction, annihilation, abrogation, or extinguishment of anything. About abolition. So next word on the list is son of Sam Law. So son of Sam Law is a colloquial name referring to a well-known serial killer for state statutes providing that any share a criminal might otherwise have in proceeds from a book or other presentation about his crime must be placed into an escrow account for the benefit of any victims of the crime. So the son of Sam Law is basically when the son of Sam was around, he got caught. The trial was very big and huge. He got book deals and all this stuff. So this law states that any money that you would make after um, after make after doing the crime and it's in relation to the crime, now the proceeds of you getting money from doing the crime have to go to the families that you violated for that said crime. I think it's a very interesting law in place and never heard of it before, so I thought it was interesting to share. So last one on this list is called incognito. So incognito is the status of a person who appears or travels without disclosing his true identity. So if you could travel without showing no kind of identity, let me know how you do that, boss. Because ain't no way in hell you could travel incognito. Because the first thing I'm gonna ask for is your ID. So I don't know how you could do that, but and the law says you can. So the words for this week are application, abolition, son of Sam law, and incognito. So like again, these are words from the Black's Law Dictionary. If you have any words that you would like the definition of, I know Roman Jack, you have put up a word for next week. I'll definitely tap in for no fault divorce. And anybody else, you'll get the definitions for the legal words on next week's next episode.
Cognito is very interesting. Like I always do this thing when I go to the store and I always ask for the special discount on this product. And it's so crazy. And I always think of like how many people brought this product today and they never asked for the discount. So with incognito, it's like because we don't know doesn't mean that there's not a way. You know what I'm saying? If you get stopped or you trying to move about and they know the particular code word, like how I, let them know the code word to give me my discount, I wonder if that's a possibility regarding the word incognito. So I thought that was interesting. Fire. All right, y'all, moving on to our next segment, our Keep the Lie Live segment. Keep the lie alive. So my keep the lie alive for this episode is men. Men. I spoke on the ladies previously, but men, I'm noticing a trend. Men, you must be leaders in your household. You must be leaders in your household. It's quite interesting the world that we live in today. And the reason why I say that is because your household moves off of your protection, no matter how you slice it. Leaders is not necessarily a money based thing, it's not a transactional thing either. It's about understanding goals and direction. And with direction, you need leadership because under your leadership, you control the thermostat in your household, the climate, how people move, and how they bust moves in the house and outside the house is through your leadership. If you don't have that, then your household is what I call in chaos, because nobody is moving in the direction that's going to get to the end. It's going to get to the goal. You need direction. So I'm noticing a lot of men are not being leaders in their own household. And that's a problem, because men who are not leaders in their household creates chaos. And you don't just have chaos for the people that live in your household, you create chaos for yourself because you don't have peace of mind. It's quite interesting where I live. I live in a nice place, but I noticed that, sometimes kids just be out and about. And I'm like, that's not proper. Like, where's the parents? Where's the leadership in the household on knowing how and when to move, understanding where their protection is, understanding that, yo, you can't go past over here. I need to hear you. I need to see you. Where's the goals from your kids and for your lady? All of this is not transactional based. This is all leadership based. When you feel something as a man that this something has to be done, regardless of anything, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, you have to be able to navigate the waters in your household. If you can and you don't, it's going to be engulfed in chaos. And I'll just keep it short and sweet. So that's my keep the lie alive for this episode. Men, men, you have to be leaders. If you don't, your household and your life will be in chaos. To that, you say what, bro?
The household that you want to lead for. So and then being a leader, you have to have followers. So you stand on the business, you stand on the principle that you believe in. People will follow you as long as they believe in you and you believe in yourself. That's all that matters. People is gonna follow you. You don't have no belief in yourself. How you expect the next person to believe in you? So believe in yourself, and people will follow you.
Being leadership, you don't need anyone's account. You don't need anyone's permission. What I mean by that is this: in your household, I actually told somebody this recently. She had made mention that, a lot of the younger era is not built off love. And, there's a lot of men out there that don't protect women. And I told her that's not accurate. I don't I don't see you every day. I don't talk to you every day. But I can protect you better than you can protect yourself. And I live where I live and you live where you live. There's no man nowhere that needs your permission to protect you or to protect him or to protect his family. Doesn't need your permission, because there's certain things that we can do. Our bare presence alone engulf something different amongst the people around us, whether they for us or against us. So because of that stance and because of that power, there's men out there that's misusing their energy and not using it as leadership. Simple and plain. I used to tell my mother this all the time. I don't need your permission to protect you. I told my daughter that all the time. I don't need your protection to protect you. When it comes to your protection, I'll do what I want when I want, because you're under my protection. I love you enough to protect you. I love you enough to kill for you. So because of that, you have to move accordingly. You can't do whatever you want to do. If you do what you want to do, you're no longer in my protection. That's just the way it works. Men, be leaders in your household, be leaders in your community. You don't need permission to be a leader. Stay away from the chaos. That's my Keep the Lie live for this episode, y'all. Y'all been amazing rocking with us each and every episode, every Thursday, every Sunday. If this is your first time watching, I'm Ashley Lovechild. That's my bro Santana. We enjoy giving y'all this show each and every week, 2 times a week, every Thursday, every Sunday at 10:30. Again, we want to shout out some of the sponsors of the show. Bravo section, Button Snaps, and OUV Records. If you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, you can hit me on Instagram at Ashley Lovechild, or you can hit my bro on his Instagram at, again, only if you're serious to become one of the next sponsors of one of the sponsors of the show. Also got a new EP out right now. Make sure y'all go get it. Fire new EP called Winners Loyalty on all music platform. Again, on all music platform. The music is fire. The cover is fire. I made it look like I think I got the most fire cover out right now on any music platform, let alone the music. Music is fire, 6 songs. So make sure y'all go tap into Winner's Loyalty by me, Ashley Lovechild, or any and every music platform. Also, my bro got his website. Make sure y'all tap in, tap in, tap in. Also, y'all, we got over 450 rewatchable videos of this podcast on this channel. Make sure y'all tap in. Hit that like, hit subscribe, hit that all notification bell. You just never know when we're gonna pop up. Leave comments, leave dope comments in those comments. We got mad videos up. And for those who've been leaving comments and engaged in the interacting, we thank you. We also have popular opinion questions that will pop up on the page. Hit them likes, hit them likes, hit them likes, and help us with the growth show, and we thank you. Again, that's a whole bunch of rewatchable videos. Also, we got memberships, different access. So make sure you tap into the memberships in the page. We also got fire merchandise. Make sure y'all tap in, check it out, and go see what that's about. Continue to support the show. Shout out to some of our supporters in the show, some of our badge holders in the building. Shout out to Rowan Jack. Shout out to Acer. Shout out to Ebony, shout out to Jug, shout out to Solo, shout out to Big uh Biggie Dog, shout out to Duck, shout out to Luis, shout out to Leaf. It's too many to name, but yo, shout out to Biggs. Appreciate y'all tapping in again immensely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It means the world to us for y'all to continue helping us grow with the show. Also, again, thank you to the presenting sponsor of this podcast, Button Snap, so you get the finest of movies, shows, and documentary and original content for your viewing pleasure of $4.99. Again, that's Button hyphenated sign snaps.com. That's Button hyphenated sign snaps.com. Again, we're on every Thursday, every Sunday at 10:30 p.m. Also working on a new show straight from TikTok, exclusively from TikTok. The pull up every Tuesday. So make sure y'all be ready for that. And also working something on stream. I might do something every week on stream. Not might, I will do something on stream every Friday, it looks like. So be on the lookout for those future announcements as well. Again, man, we want to thank y'all. It's been amazing. Y'all already know what time it is. It's love. And I see y'all next time this Thursday at 10:30. We out.